I think
All
so.
all three viewers on Facebook.
We got none right
Lifetime,
now.
lifetime,
Yeah,
not right now. Not concurrent, not concurrent.
it's
All
the
right.
same.
Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to Tap Calf Transmissions, the only Star Wars podcast simul broadcasting on both YouTube and on Facebook. What a time to be alive. I am one of your hosts, Corey, and you're never going to guess who's joining me this week. We have special guest, the other regular host of Tap Calf Transmissions, Mr. Justin Eckhartsladder. How are you doing this week?
Doing well. Glad to be here, live across the internet. I feel expanded.
You
know what I
feel
mean?
as expanded as the universe?
Yeah, I feel like my universe has expanded.
Wow.
My body, perhaps.
Wow. George was really cooking when he said, we're gonna expand the universe. I don't know what
Yeah,
that was, but
George loved the expanded universe.
as everyone knows. Well, today's main topic is, of course, Maul Shadow
We just made
Lord.
somebody turn the podcast off. I'm just gonna.
Well, that's fine. We've done that before.
Yeah.
As soon as we established ourselves as fence sitters who weren't just going to glaze legends and talk about how much Disney sucks on our first episode, as soon as the words "incel Luke" came out of our mouths on episode 1, it was over.
I knew the Mandalorian and Grogu was coming. Bless it.
But yeah, so we have Maul
Hey, one
Shadow
viewer on
Lord.
Facebook.
Nice. Maul Shadow Lord episodes 5 and 6. A lot of focus on Devin. Not as much focus on Maul. He's taken a few episodes off. But we
Maul's
also, before we
visual
start
art.
there, we have a little clip of the Mandalorian and Grogu came out. You can see Zeb in a speeder. See Grogu pushing some buttons. And you can hear, Din kind of sounding bored to be there.
Yeah. Bro did not record that on set in any meaningful way.
No. It's difficult when you have to pull the character's audio out of whatever like answering machine message that Pedro Pascal has set up for that
Please,
week.
Pedro, call us. We need the line. Fine.
I don't want to talk too much about
Clip
Mando and Grogu because
but I don't know. I'm also tired of. Listen, does the Mandalorian and Grogu look good in my professional opinion? And listen, I am a professional, so for those who
professional
are
hater.
angry, for those who are angry, I unfortunately have news that I am correct in this. Did the clip look good? No, it didn't. Am I tired of every like wannabe fucking art critic on Twitter giving their take on why it sucks? I'm cool with that. I'm a little concerned about the movie. Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's all Twitter is right now. Is people.
That's all Twitter's ever been.
There's two. I mean, okay, we've talked about this, and I won't make you comment on this, but I will just comment on Twitter. There has been this new breed of micro Star Wars influencer, and it is the most bizarre fucking thing I have ever seen.
Yeah.
They all know each other. Like, if you click on one of their profiles and you go, like, you scroll, there's somewhere a picture of them all together at Lucasfilm. They all have 2,000 followers or fewer. They all, like, it's just so weird, and they are so positive about the Mandalorian and Grogu and everything. And, like, that's, for one, that's fine. Like, I tend to be, despite what some people think, I tend to be a pretty positive person myself, I believe, but like something's going on, and we gotta put Star Wars influencing on hold until we get it figured out.
Yeah, it seems like they're the people who get included in that kind of stuff now are pulled primarily from like Twitter is their main platform, even though they're not like a huge following there. I think some of them have like YouTube channels as well, but not any significant viewership. Where like not normally, but previously. On Survivor, it was people who were like on other social media platforms like YouTube or even TikTok, and like I was thinking like maybe they're on another like video platform or something that doesn't have like some other platform that I'm just not as familiar with, but it doesn't seem like it. Like it seems like they're relatively small Twitter micro influencers specifically that are being included in that kind of stuff, which kind of feels like it was just a small group of friends that just got picked up by the Star Wars Twitter admin and then just collectively got turned into the next generation of Mando and Grogu influencers, which
Well, I had man, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't talk about this. I had a few people reach out to me and say that the person they call the swagman, the person who runs the Twitter account, is extremely weird. Um, and like is always trying to get in their personal group chats and stuff. Which like I'm friends with. For example, I was friends with the person who ran the EA Twitter account, the EA Star Wars Twitter account, and yes, they followed me. But if they wanted to talk to me, they would message me on their personal account. And it's just and like we were I don't know. It's just there's some weird dynamics and I'm also probably just salty. So
I'm not upset about it, I'm just a little confused. That's fine.
yeah,
All it is. We're
yeah.
old
Like
now.
I don't think, especially if they're not paying my flight, I don't think I'd go anyway. I think even if they were, well, maybe I would. But like I don't know. It's just weird, and it's just making Twitter annoying because it's like I'm seeing half the overly negative assholes like myself. And then it's just like it's antimatter and matter colliding. So
Yeah, so my lack of desire to talk about Mando and Grogu right now isn't because I don't want to talk about Mando and Grogu, just because like I know there are some people who want to avoid that kind of stuff until the movie's out. I'm
yeah.
mostly in that boat as well. Like I mostly watch things like in trailers and everything against my will because I need to make content on something. But I'd prefer like I don't think there's necessarily a ton I have to say about the clip, so I'd rather just kind of talk about the movie when we're closer
Every
there.
Star Wars movie has clips. I think every single Star Wars movie has a clip, and you'd watch and be like, okay, like that was dog shit. I think it just so happens that like for a lot of people, the rest of what we've seen doesn't look great. But I mean, the one thing that like is giving me a little pause and being overly critical is like I do think John had something. He had some secret sauce with the Mandalorian originally, being Baby Yoda. So like maybe he's cooked up something else this time.
I think the movie will appeal to the people it's supposed to appeal to generally, but
Yeah.
uh, I'm just waiting to see if that's going to be me. But what does appeal to me is Maul Shadow Lord. I think it's doing a good job so far. I think it's maintaining my interest well.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about these last two episodes?
Um, good. I mean, Kelsey generally does not watch Star Wars stuff with me. She watched the first two seasons of The Mandalorian. I almost said The Mandalorian. The first season of The Mandalorian, and I was like, we were hanging out this afternoon because I don't have a real job. The kids are at school, and the baby is at my parents' house. And she's like, "Well, you want to like watch a movie?" I'm like, "I gotta," because I haven't actually watched it until today. I had to get along. I was like, "Well, I gotta watch Maul." And she's like, "Oh, just come watch it with me." And I'm like, "Really? Like you wouldn't watch Andor, and now you're watching Maul Shadow Lord?" And I was like, "Yeah." So she's like, "Oh, that's Darth." I was like, "Yeah, that's Darth Maul. He actually didn't die in Episode 1, and he's got robot legs." And she's like, because she's like the the average Star Wars enjoyer, not like a fan. I'd say a Star Wars enjoyer.
Okay.
Um. So
Has she
yeah,
seen all the movies?
Um, maybe not Solo. Maybe not. Probably. Yeah. Probably. Yeah.
Okay. So what was her takeaway? We know she
Well.
hates Chris from Love Is Blind this season, as she
Yeah.
should. But how does she feel about Darth Maul?
I don't know. Like we were lying in our room watching it, and like she was like on her phone. At one point, she like rolled over and was like
Look,
doing something
Kelsey,
else. So
if
I
if
think
if you're not gonna pay attention to the cartoon, what are we even watching?
yeah, I was like, because I was trying to get her to watch Andor, and she's never watched it yet. And I'm like, just so you know, episodes 5 and 6 of Andor were much more serious than this. But I mean, I enjoyed it. It's not, it's not a show designed for her. Whereas The Mandalorian maybe is, but yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
She liked the little guy, the little criminal guy, and she liked. I didn't realize that the Jedi Master is the Allstate guy, and she clocked that immediately, like instantly.
It's good insight to have.
Yeah, she's
We
really good
know
as an actress.
that
So
we immediately know that Rook cast is Jan Ors, but
Yeah, well,
Not
I
that.
said it was what's her name, but last episode, but she knew Two Boots as well.
Yeah.
Although after
Well,
episode
she
2, I think
watches
she's
like
down to
Taskmaster and stuff, right?
that. Yep, that's where
So, well,
she knew
Richard
him
Ayoade
from.
has never been on Taskmaster, but same genre of
You know him from
movie.
the what's
Big
that
Fat Quiz of the
comedy
Year.
show? I think Last Comedian
Last
Standing.
One
I think he might have
Laughing.
been on it.
Last One Laughing.
Yeah, was he on that? The
I think he
British
was
version?
on season 1. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's where she knew him from. I knew him from
Yeah.
the IT crowd or the IT crowd, whatever the hell it's
Yeah.
called. But yeah, it was a good episode. I liked it. Yeah.
So yeah, this episode pairs basically the Empire arrives. We have Merrick showing up. This time not powered by Duracell like he was in Ahsoka. And we have the
Well,
start of the hunt for Maul.
someone was saying that he's not dead in Ahsoka, like we all assumed.
He's at least powered by Duracell.
What do you mean?
What that means exactly, who knows? But
Can you
he's
explain
full of
this?
Night Sister magic. Is
I
that
don't.
magic
So
keeping him
what they
alive?
said,
Who knows?
what one of the guys said is that's not magic. That's his suit.
Who's one of the guys? What are you talking about?
I gotta find it. Um,
Is this like your buddies watching hockey? Because I don't care
no,
what
it
they
was one
say.
of the production guys.
So it just his suit poof screen if he gets stabbed?
I think it's a shitty retcon. I gotta find it.
He's fucking working for Night Sisters. They have notably green magic.
No. Do you think I disagree? I'm trying to find where I found this. I gotta find it. What's with this like this artsy ass Star Wars wiki page? I'm looking through the. I'm
Like
looking.
dust in the wind.
Yeah, biography. Okay, that's good. Imperial Inquisitor, Hunt for Maul. Okay. Um, like dust in the wind, sands of history. What does that mean?
Yeah. Hired as a mercenary. There's no way he's not being fucking juiced up in some way by Night Sister magic. What are we saying?
I mean, I certainly think that was the intention.
I was thinking this is the perfect setup for that because Maul, he's a big fan of Night Sisters. Like Towson's dead, but like he's got connections still. So he beats Merrick, ships him home, and then the Night Sisters have this fucking Inquisitor lackey who they hand off to
buddy,
Balin.
you're preaching to the converted. I was trying to think of a funny Mark converted like joke, but there's not one. So yeah. Yeah, I mean he's
Okay.
definitely looks like he's meant to be. I'm trying to find the original post that I found. But yeah.
Well, he's not very talkative in Ahsoka.
No,
That
he's not. Like he definitely
seems-
seems like almost the same thing going on as what's his name? That gold stormtrooper. I mean all the stormtroopers really.
Yeah. But it's also the whole like he got turned into a werewolf by Morgan Le Fay and like all the Arthurian legend that's going on in the
Yeah.
Ahsoka naming and like what are we?
I don't know. I can't find it. It was one of the forget who it was. And now it's like it's not official, so like it was one of like the production designers on Maul Shadow Lord. I mean, so it's not like official lore, and he could end up being dead or something. I mean,
all right. Well, we won't crash out about Merrick. But Merrick, he does a decent job. Like he stands up to Maul pretty okay. Like once Devin and him are fighting, or Devin and Maul are fighting Merrick together, he loses. But like he's putting up a good fight. He's scaring everyone away. I don't think Master Daki should be like, you know what we should do? Let's go to the guy who probably already got in trouble for helping us, and let's get their house burnt down.
Yeah, within 10 minutes of them arriving, house burnt down instantly.
Yeah, I'm going to say that is a bad move by the Jedi.
Yeah, that was. I think the lore technical term is not very cash money.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah.
not very
But
AT-AT of him.
I guess we got the. I do like the relationship between Devin and his
Riley?
son. I forget his name. Yeah, I like their relationship. I just Devin's my favorite character in the show. I think by far. She's spunky, but like not in an annoying kind of like Omega way.
Early Ahsoka way.
Yeah, she's like kind of an asshole, which I appreciate, and she's just like frustrated, but not. I don't know. They've had a lot of annoying younger people in Star Wars who through because they deal with their angst end up she's not one of them so far. I mean, I think if she does eventually turn to the dark side, like you have to look at her master and be like, buddy, like you probably could have seen this one coming.
Yeah, he didn't do a very good job. Well, he wants to leave the planet. He shouldn't be saying it as like, not our problem. Look at this galaxy. Who gives a fuck? Not this guy. And then fucking
gone.
caning his way off the...
Let's go to the beach.
That doesn't seem like how you talk to an idealistic young Padawan. And all of his choices have been kind of poor. He does have a Master Splinter vibe to him, though, which I do appreciate.
Yeah, and like he got kicked once, and he's like still being a bit of a bitch about it.
Well, didn't he? He got a little shot as well. That sucks.
Yeah, but it was more like when he got kicked and then he fell that he's...
Yeah. You know how old he probably is? At least 25. I don't know how his species ages.
If I got kicked and I fell, not even like the 10 feet he fell, just like off my couch,
yeah,
I'd be complaining about it for months. We'd be talking about it on streams 10 years from now.
If I sit down wrong on my couch, it's over for me for a week.
Bro, I got knocked out by a headache last night.
Yeah, now we're complaining about a Jedi getting kicked by Darth Maul's robot legs.
Yeah.
And he did enough damage back that Maul is still getting lubed up and tended to by his other Zabrak. Both of them are alive, so I thought the other one...
I don't like those other Zabrak.
Okay, you can't just say that. That's not okay.
No, the reason I don't like them is because he just like... They just look weird. Because they're like off-brand Maul.
Yeah, they have the exact same tattoo structure.
I'm getting closer to finding the Merrick quote.
Like even Savage wasn't ripping him off anywhere near that much.
Yeah, he's like at least got different colors.
Yeah. These are just groupies and fanboys.
So part of it came from the Star Wars, StarWars.com updated the Inquisitor or the Marek page, where it says, I think part of the thing people are pointing out is that it doesn't actually say he's dead or anything or reanimated. It says, also known as the First Brother, Marek works as one of Darth Vader's Jedi Hunter Inquisitors, blah, blah, blah. During the New Republic era, Marek works as a mercenary hired by Morgan Elsbeth to carry out dark deeds. Fully encased in battered battle armor, the warrior still carries a double-bladed lightsaber with a circular hilt. Now,
so
you don't hire... First of all, you don't hire a zombie, but you don't hire a zombie, and you think they would mention him being... But more importantly, StarWars.com in the datapad page is not going to spoil him dying in Maul Shadow Lord.
Yeah.
And do you think the person writing the Star Wars databank page knows more than everyone else? I mean, they probably get it signed off on, but yeah.
They're not gonna put anything too plot important like that in there. So yeah.
There's another bit from the director Peter Ramsey, who directed the episode of The Mandalorian where he died.
Of Ahsoka.
The episode of Ahsoka where he died, and an episode of The Mandalorian. And he just kind of talks about that it's meant to be. It's a mechanical suit, so when he dies, there's some non-human stuff bursting out there. He also says, "I don't know what it might have been." So I think
I guess it wasn't green. It was. I'm making up the green.
think it
He
was
was
green,
just
was it?
like black dust, right?
Yeah, it might have
So
been.
maybe I'm conflating stuff, and this is a me problem. But still, a lot of
No,
dust is
I'm
involved.
looking at the picture. It's pretty green.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
But people on Twitter are stupid. Like they see this data bank page and they think it confirms anything. And if you look up Merrick
Oh, it is green.
antifreeze, you'll see the thing. But like, listen, they're not going to retcon something that seems so obvious because like if 10 people watch that scene in Ahsoka, 9 are going to come out thinking, okay, well, clearly he's reanimated.
What show are we watching?
What
show are we watching?
Maul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not going to retcon something that obvious?
Yeah, okay.
10 out of 10 people left the Phantom Menace thinking, that red dye is fucking done.
You're right, but they didn't
including George Lucas. 10 out of 10 people at the fucking cast and crew screening walked out of there thinking that.
But they didn't retcon that with the Star Wars databank articles, what I'm saying.
It's true. It was in 2 different comics first.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think like it's mostly Green Jedi Twitter people being stupid, which I find very hard to believe. Bless them, but yeah, it's clearly intended to be one thing. Star Wars databank. Don't Corey. I already said you implicitly support and emphasis, and you act as a microphone for everything I say.
So I will clarify for the audio listeners. I was gesturing at the camera and whispering disavow. I don't know if that came through, but I do not co-sign what this man says, even though I'm the one broadcasting this right now, and I could end it at any time. But yeah. So my thing with that, with Merrick,
you're gonna message me after the podcast, be like, "I'm glad you said. I'm glad somebody said it." I'm glad you're brave enough. They won't harass you on Twitter.
Look, I can't. If I get even the slightest bit of pushback, I'm done for the week. But
it's literally log off.
But my thing with Merrick, if they did change that, would just be that it's less interesting. So
yeah,
why bother?
I agree. Like no one talks about, except for us, because we're smart and everyone else is dumb. Not many people talk about like the Arthurian, aesthetics of Ahsoka, and like the reanimated, slave is. I don't know. I think it's a good aspect.
Well, it's supposed to be someone turning into a werewolf, which in Star Wars is just reanimation. In Pokemon, it's when my name is Charmander and I can turn into a wolf. Want to see?
There's also the werewolf in the cantina.
Yeah. Well, you're not going to just turn him into a Shistavainen. You can't just do that to people.
That reminds me, we gotta read Tales of the Mos Eisley Cantina at some point.
We do.
Because I can't remember. He's got a name and like he's got a full story and a love interest.
And a love
Laxivrak lovers. I know for a fact if I had thought for more than 30 seconds, Laxivrak would have came to my mind.
Well, one of the other things we learn in episode 5, which I don't think we knew it yet, was that his mom, Riley's mom, works for the Empire. Did we know she was Imperial?
We did. We knew it in episode 4 because Two Boots says you don't want to call them because your wife works for them.
Okay, yeah.
Which is honestly cringe, but
Riley calls her, says his dad is into some funny business, and she thinks the Empire's great because a little biased. But Lawson himself, we learn a little bit more about his past with I'm not going to call her Liar Tassoni because she's really more like the other Asari,
the one that owns the club.
Yeah,
the matriarch.
Yeah, but we learn a little bit more about their. I guess we don't really learn that much more because we already knew they had the one job on Catalan or whatever, and then they just say Catalan again. So not much more backstory there, but we know they trust each other, and immediately once they're there, they were tracked by the Empire, and the nightclub gets shot up a bit. So hopefully she's all right, but everyone had to run. And Devin gets off a quip about this.
Kind of reminded me of Jedi Outcast.
Who in
There's
Jedi?
on Nar Shaddaa, there's like a secret elevator in that bar, I'm pretty sure.
Oh.
With the Chiss.
Yeah. So she is the new Chiss bartender?
Mm-hmm. Basically. Less hot.
The new canon version of the bartender.
Not Grand Admiral Thrawn. The other Chiss.
Well, she's definitely not a Chiss. She is from a different galaxy entirely.
Mm-hmm.
If the way we find out is we hope someone says Leviathan, and then we have to watch her reaction closely.
Well, there's no one in Star Wars that's, well, like, you look at the New Republic episodes in Ahsoka season 1, and I guess a few other things, mostly Ahsoka season 1, and the Council is just such a sham compared to the Council in Mass Effect, which is like truly fucking obnoxious. Like there is no Reaper threat. First time I played Mass Effect, I let the Council die. I had no regrets of doing it either. Well, I had one regret. They were in the cool Asari ship. Fuck, I forget.
Oh,
the
the
name
big
of it.
carrier one. I forget what it's called.
Yeah.
The mother.
I can't remember the name of it, but Destiny Ascension.
That's the one.
Yeah. So I just want to point out, you weren't even
not
close.
the mother. Not the mother.
Yeah, you weren't even close. But yeah.
I just wish there was a good Mass Effect mod for Empire at War. Why is that so much to ask for?
I think honestly, Mass Effect doesn't put a lot of effort. Not a lot of effort. They don't put a lot of time into their ships. Like they really don't. Like the humans have like a dreadnought, and it's like called a dreadnought, and then they've got like the smaller ships, like the Turians. I guess they do have like a pretty. The good thing is they've got like pretty good design language that you could iterate off of.
Well, you could do it. You could even do like council races versus the Reapers and the Grubbins and whatever they're called. Whatever Legion is. What are they? Geth? Geth.
The Geth, yeah.
Not Gubbins.
If you're gonna do the Reaper, would you the Reapers? Would you add different Reaper variants? I think there are already 2. There's like a smaller one and a larger one. Yeah.
I mean, I would probably do different council races of their own factions and then go from the bit. Like, anyways, because you probably do the you start with the war between the Garrus people and the Rex people, and then you
the Turians and the what's Rex called? I know,
but anyways, no one wants to hear about this.
I guarantee there's. You don't think Star Wars fans and Mass Effect fans have large crossovers? Krogan.
I think Mass Effect doesn't have the cultural relevance that it once did.
No, I mean neither does Star Wars. So I'm joking,
but yeah. So both of the attempts to like take refuge somewhere immediately end. But one thing I did appreciate was that there were 2 or 3 points where it seemed like they were going to do the death of the master moment, and he survived all of them. Where I kept expecting him when they were hijacking the Lat to be like, "Oh, go! I'll distract them," which is the Star Wars thing to do. Like I think there's a law in Star Wars that you have to do that, and he's just like, "No, I'm getting on the ship. What the fuck are you talking about?"
No, dude, like I'm actually fine.
Yeah,
I'm going to that beach. I'm going to the Ammos.
Yeah, Kanan could have made it away.
Oh yeah, for
this
sure.
This is behavior we should see from other Star Wars characters.
Never heard of jumping backwards at the same time, Kanan? Jesus. Kanan could have backwards long jumped onto that Imperial shuttle, that little Imperial police shuttle. He would have been fine.
Wahoo!
Wahoo! Okay, he's gone. Let's go.
Yeah, there was the.
Imagine if in the battle of the reactor on Naboo, when Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon are fighting Darth Maul, when Obi-Wan needs to like get up to the higher spots, like imagine if he had to triple jump up there instead of just like doing one big force jump. He could do like a regular jump, a big double jump, and then the triple jump with a flip thrown in. That would have been so much cooler.
That's actually how Maul gets out of the pit as well.
That's true. No, he did backwards long jump warp up the out of the pit.
Well, he got onto the train somehow. I don't know if he was waiting at the next station, but Devin gets on the. There was one shot that I know this sounds a little nitpicky.
Are you talking about the stairs shot where they're going upstairs then downstairs?
No, when she jumps onto the train at the platform, and then she's walking towards Riley when Merrick is getting on
Mm-hmm.
the train. Like, it
Mm-hmm.
wasn't such a long time between her getting on the train and Merrick getting on
Yeah.
that she wouldn't be watching him the whole time. She's like walking forward with her lightsaber on. The walk looks kind of strange, and then Merrick is like obviously going to be right there. That just felt a little wonky to me.
Yeah, I'm gonna double check, but there's also a scene of visual. I guess it's just an inconsistency where they're in the station. I mean, maybe I was just watching it wrong, and it looks like they're running upstairs, and then they come from downstairs. It's weird. It's when they're trying to escape from the Empire, but whatever.
Might be double layered. You can have two staircases.
I suppose.
But most importantly, this is bad public transit design. So we're in a high-tech society, and we don't have platform screen doors, for one thing, which is you're just asking for like a crowd crush. People get pushed onto not even the tracks; they get pushed into an abyss, which maybe is a bit safer than getting run over by a train on a track. But those platforms that like come out to the train, that people are going to try to stand on those. It's going to be unsteady. Like this is
And they
a
gotta pull back
lawsuit.
at some point.
This is a lawsuit for the planet waiting to happen, and I don't think you should. Like, they need to have better public transit. Because right after, Master Daki says, I don't care much for trains anyways, or whatever. And this is why. If you don't have well-designed public transit systems that are reliable, frequent, and safe, people won't want to use public transit. If you are going on the Line 1 train in Ottawa, and you get attacked by a Sith Lord, you're not going to use public transit again.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, Star Wars has a lot of, they got that train on, what's it called? Ord Mantell,
Yeah.
where IG-88 is. Imagine if you're on a train and IG-88 shows up. I mean, that is like a trash train, I guess, to be. That's the weirdest train ever because it's like ostensibly a trash train, but like it's almost all personnel compartments.
Well, that's the Corellian train as well, right? That Jaden goes on, and you have like all the dark Jedi hanging out on it.
There's a similar train in Rogue Squadron as well that you've got to disable. I think that's on Chandrilla. But like
I've done a video about Star Wars public transit already. They don't. It's not the best. They at least have the interplanetary shuttles.
Coruscant seems okay.
Well, Coruscant makes no sense because like
Yeah.
they have these individual little shuttle buses, and everyone else, I guess, is kind of screwed. Like the traffic you would have from everyone having their own personal speeder on that planet would be fucking insane. It's the same reason that like City Skylines with their agent simulation has like they have fewer people because otherwise it would just be, well, too many to run for one thing, but also you just couldn't have that much traffic. Like we know cities can't operate like this, and yet we still have this speeder dependent society that we build up on all of these planets rather than properly funding and developing public transit.
Don't boo him, he's right. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I think like the thing about Coruscant is like the vast majority of people are just like too poor to do anything.
Probably, yeah.
Like they gotta walk.
They live, work, and die in the same building.
Yeah.
And it seems like it's probably a similar story on Janix. Like, Janix seems almost Belsavician, where it's a bunch of city, but it's more concentrated in these, like, little holes almost.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good call. Good call.
There's some frozen stuff going on. Very blue.
I don't know. Like I'm enjoying Maul. It's just I don't know. I want more. I want more. Keep it up. I'm curious. Like I don't know. I'm waiting, I guess, to see what the. I just hope the surprise of this season. Everyone knows Darth Vader's going to show up,
Merrick
partially
was
because
talking to him.
these fucking people who have seen these screeners can't keep their mouths shut, and they're like, "Oh, I bet you Darth Maul." Obviously, you know Darth Maul is going to show up at the end of Episode 8. Okay, whatever. That's not me.
Well,
I
Darth
haven't
Vader.
seen it. Or yeah, Darth Vader.
Obviously,
Darth Maul.
Darth Maul better show up in episode 7 and 8. But yeah, like that's almost
Like,
certainly
what-
who
I
Merrick
just
was
hope
talking to. Who else could it be?
Yeah, I mean, like it could be the Emperor, but like I don't think he's talking to the Emperor.
No, Vader handles it. You don't call fucking Emperor Palpatine to be like, oh,
Yeah,
I
like-
finished my task, sir. Can I have another? No, man took Sly Moore to a resort on Hapes for the weekend.
He's down diabolical with the Umbaran.
Vader's got none of that going on.
Yeah.
Like that. Well, who like we all know where this is going. We just don't need the screener folks to confirm it for us.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I hope there's something else because, like, I hope it doesn't end with like just her. Obviously, she's going to eventually fall under his sway, and obviously, at some point, they're going to face off against Darth Vader. I hope there's. I want something else.
Well, I feel like what we're probably heading for at this point. There's 4 episodes left, right? 2 next week, 2 week after.
Yep.
Like I feel like what we're probably gonna get is I don't know if Vader shows up immediately, but either Vader or Merrick ends up killing
The Master.
and then the last 2 episodes are Devin like working with Maul but not quite fully there, and then the season probably ends with like pledging herself to be an apprentice. And
I would like if she killed Merrick.
Yeah, like, I think the 2 of them probably do.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if that's what we're going to see happen in the next 2 episodes. They take down Merrick, and then kind of Vader's occupation is the last 2 episodes.
Man, Graham Linehan. I opened up Twitter to find something. Graham Linehan posted. Man, he's got the most fucked up head I've seen in my entire life.
Yeah.
I was looking for a Maul thing. I opened up. His head is actually so fucked.
Yeah.
Like, if I would go to the doctor because, like, I think there's probably something going on.
I don't disagree with you, but unless you're about to say that Darth Vader is like a huge transphobe, I'm not sure what the connection is.
Darth Vader wouldn't allow that. Darth Vader wouldn't allow Grand Linehan to live.
Finally, I can consider Anakin Skywalker redeemed.
It's crazy.
He blew up
though. Like,
Alderaan. He was okay with blowing up Alderaan. He tortured all these people, but he didn't like Graham Linehan.
he's got the same proportion of that little criminal alien in Maul. Like head to body ratio. I'm gonna put it in our group chat so you can look at it later. It's actually fucking crazy.
I have once again forgotten the stupid crime lord's name and still want to call him Rizzo.
I think Rizzo works.
I just tried to search for Star Wars on Wikipedia.
Oh, that's like so. I said this before, but Graham loves he loves Bob the Builder, and he calls it Badman for some reason. I don't know why. He calls it Bob the Builder, but he calls it Badman. How many times I've turned on Amazon Prime and started typing Badman, and just been like, oh yeah.
Okay, Maul Shadow Lord. There's like an R in it. Is there? No. Varlo. There is an R in it. Varlo, not Rizzo.
Yeah, let's call him Rizzo. I'm not gonna.
No, I'm coming around on Rizzo on Survivor. I just wish he'd stop with his character.
I'm looking to think of Rizzo from Grease.
What?
Grease? You ever seen Grease before?
Movie?
Yeah.
There's a guy named Rizzo in it.
Rizzo's the girl. She kind of looks like him.
What is that his teeth?
Rizzo's the one who gets pregnant.
Not on Survivor.
Uh,
And not in Maul Shadow Lord. Okay, Varlo. I need to... Vario?
Oh, it's an I? Oh, you fucked up.
I did fuck up. Sorry. I'm looking at the... Hey.
His old boomer eyes. Leave him alone. That's actually ageist.
No, the font of the cast list on.
Yeah, sweetheart. I know it's the fun.
Look.
Okay. Let's get you down for your nap.
No,
Come on, Corey. Come on.
I'm
It's
not
okay.
tired. I'm not
It's okay. No,
tired.
we know.
I'm not tired.
We know you can still do it. We just think it'd be good if you had a nap.
I'm gonna show you.
Yeah.
I'll show you what I had to go through.
I know, sweetheart. Yeah, that's crazy. That sure does look like an L.
It does though.
Let's wrap this shit up. Let's wrap this up.
No, I refuse.
Want to listen to the radio and lie down?
No. Yes.
That actually sounds great. I love the radio. You want to listen to talk radio from 10 years ago?
Fuck. Can I?
There's an Ottawa Town Council meeting on. Yeah, the cameras got replaced by the web page. Now you're shifting the frame out.
Okay, well, now I scaled it up and it looks. I'm gonna zoom out to it until I'm right.
Is it huge? Oh, yeah, it just confirms.
It's a resolution thing. It's a resolution thing, okay?
Yeah, your eyes aren't giving you the proper resolution. It's no problem.
Okay, and now I'm just. I switched out our.
I'm fucking embarrassed now. Fucking embarrassed now. It's not funny anymore.
I broke everything. Here, we're good.
Grandpa, I told you not to touch that button on the remote. I put tape over it for a reason.
So showing the web page was on purpose. Zooming in enough that you could clearly see the eye as a dot and isn't an L was not on purpose. I should have taken a screenshot, then scale it up, and then I would have shown how right I was. Anyways, any other predictions? Anyone you want to say die? Like, no, everyone is Lawson gonna die? You think Lawson's gonna die?
No, I don't think so.
They've got to leave the planet now. Leave the planet now.
Yeah, he started shooting right away.
He did.
Yeah.
That fucking gun. I want to know what he's shooting, because that gun blew out a fucking lat cabin.
Yeah.
That's got to be illegal.
Yeah. Okay, here's a question. What other do you think Devin, let's say she doesn't die or she doesn't turn evil, could Devin be in something else in the future?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I like her. She's cool.
Devin can, Reva can, Shin can. It's just how many of these characters, like if we get like a sitcom later on that's Marin, Devin, Shin, and Reva, I think that's a fun Star Wars show.
I got great news. It already exists. You know what it's called? Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes.
That's not a show. That's a fucking game that
someone hasn't
money
watched
from Arnold.
Someone hasn't watched Arnold T101's videos. He makes it entertaining.
Okay,
he makes songs. He has costumes.
Okay. Well,
shout out my boy Arnold one time.
That's fine. I'll consider it. He seems like a very nice man.
I think his channel's doing better than both. He doesn't need our shit. He's got a right.
Well, he plays Galaxy of Heroes. He better be doing better than us, or else.
Yeah,
I'm not doing better than anyone. Okay, let's make that clear. This is the cozy channel for a reason. I've finished an extra video for this week. Like I have Saturday's video done already, which is rare for me. Everybody clap. But that, I guess, is going to do it for this week for Maul Shadow Lord. Next week, we're going to have potentially 2 episodes. We're going to have Maul Shadow Lord.
Yeah, we'll see.
And we're going to maybe do Cloak of Deception.
I think we should do a different book. Because I changed my mind. I would like to wait for the Essential Legends collection for Cloak of Deception.
Fine. Okay. You know what? Fine. We'll do
You know
something
what? Okay,
else.
never mind. You know what? I'll read it. I'll read it. I'll read it. Forget it.
No, we're not doing Cloak of Deception anymore. We're gonna go to our tap calf list.
Okay.
What are what are we thinking then?
No.
Pick an era.
Let's do New Rebellion.
You want to do New Rebellion?
I don't, but we should.
That's like our
Like our.
one remaining
I know. Okay, is there one you would rather?
one that's not 400 pages.
Is New Rebellion that long? I thought
Yeah,
it was
it's
short.
very long. That's one of
Okay,
the
let's
reasons
get
we
a
didn't do
shorter.
it.
Let's get a shorter one. A shorter one, because I gotta hit. How long is Shadows of Mindor? That's Stover as well. 311. We can do Shadows of Mindor.
Could do Shadows of Mindor. Let's do Shadows of Mindor.
Okay, perfect.
Right.
I haven't read that since it released. I remember almost nothing. So,
Yeah.
and it's always nice to read Matthew Stover.
Yeah, we get a Nick Rostu appearance coming back.
Prepare for some very obscure references.
Yep. All right. Well, that's next week's docket. Thank you all for listening. We're going to be live on X2 in a couple minutes playing Mario Kart, I think.
Yep.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
We're just going to do the same pose. We're done. Bye.